I believe that this video that you're about to see will be the most important video that you will see in 2023. Because if you comprehend what I'm about to tell you, you'll know how to invest in the future, and you'll know where to put your money and what kind of rewards you're going to get from it. Because most people haven't connected these dots yet. Artificial intelligence is going to change the way we live. And I want to illustrate that through my perspective of what happened to television. We had television enter our house in the late 40s as my dad brought home a large box with a little window in the front of it, and we were introduced to television. This was just like cocaine. We became addicted to television. I'm addicted to television. You're addicted to television. The cost of television back in the early 50s was zero. Oh, you paid for the TV and you paid for the rabbit ears, but there was no cost for the TV. That didn't change until somewhere in the late 50s when television went up to about $10 per month. Television today costs you somewhere between $100 and $150 a month. If you had said to my grandfather, or my father as far as that goes, that someday I'll be paying $150 for my television service, he'd say, you're an absolute idiot. That will never happen. Guess what? It happened. And that illustrates what's going to happen in the future. Here's a picture of where we used to live. It was a challenge to see how high you could get that antenna to get your free TV. We had moved from Cincinnati, Ohio to Champaign, so the rabbit ears didn't work anymore. We put antennas on our roofs. We even tried to make skyscrapers out of them. That's what's going to happen to Google. It's going to happen to Microsoft, and it's going to happen to Facebook. You are going to pay for their services, and I will show you exactly why and why you will be happy to do it. And you will say, thank you, Google. Thank you, Microsoft. Thank you, Meta, for providing me this level of service at such a reasonable price of $30 a month. I want to show you why you will pay it and what it will mean to Google and to Meta and to Microsoft. It may even affect Amazon. Let's get into it, because this is not financial advice. This is education. This is gaining the advantage of my experience from in the 40s, the 50s, and the 60s, and then in the 70s, so that you can become a millionaire.
Best of Us Investors presents Kerry Griegmeyer.
Why is this going to happen? It's going to happen because artificial intelligence gives Google, let's look at Google first, all the information it needs to plan you a perfect vacation in Italy for you and your family. You will go into Google and say, I need a 2-week itinerary in Italy, and we need the best flights, we need the best Airbnbs, we want to take some electric bike tours through the hillsides and countrysides of Italy. We want a sailboat dinner on Lake Como, and we want the best prices and the best accommodations, and make it all happen, and Google will deliver it to you. They'll tell you the exact week to go. They'll tell you exactly where to go. They'll send you the itinerary, and you'll say, thank you very much. You'll so enjoy that. You will just adopt Google as your personal family concierge. You'll say, we want to go to dinner, and we want to go have this to eat, and these kind of cocktails, and what's the best restaurant in this city you just showed up in, and Google will make the reservations, get you even negotiate you a better price because it's your anniversary, and they will provide you with everything on your phone, so you just walk in, you take care of it, and it's done. Then you'll go to Microsoft and say, Microsoft, I have an idea. If you watched my video the other day, you saw that I wrote a letter to the marketing director of Prevagen and said, I want to represent your company, Prevagen, as the senior citizen, the baby boomer, who can help them find a new life by improving their memory. And you saw where I wrote a letter. I found the name of the marketing director and I sent it. Well, what I'll be able to do then, once Microsoft gives me this $30 a month package, is say, Microsoft, find me 10 other companies that I might be able to represent. Find me their marketing director, find me their address, their snail mail address, and their email address, and then teach me something about their marketing director so I can create a personal connection, and then write me a letter, and then put the envelope together and create a nice package that I can send that to those 12 companies, and it will do it. I also use my Microsoft Assistant to take care of any legal problems that I might have, or do my taxes, even create a marketing plan for my business and introduce me to the right company that has the software to create me a database so that I could interact with my subscribers on a better level, because I don't know how to do that. But Microsoft will do that for me for $30 a month. Can you hire a lawyer, an accountant, a business manager, a business assistant for $30 a month? That works out to be $360 a year. Do you know anybody who will work for $360 a year? Microsoft will. So, is this really going to happen? Well, let me show you what the CFO of Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, and Meta has shown their CEO and their board of directors just this last week. What I'm showing you is the number of current users of Google. Let's use the first line. 4,300,000 users of Google. Yeah, 4 billion. They're going to offer me this package for $30 a month. That will generate them $129 billion a month, which translates to $1,548,000,000 a year. Well, is that a big deal? Their current annual revenues are $282.8 billion a year. This would be an increase in their income, their revenue, of 547%. You can see the numbers. Microsoft, 238%. Look at Meta. I don't know what Meta is going to offer me. I don't know what Nita is going to pay $30 for to interact more intimately with her friends and her grandchildren. I don't know what Mark's going to come up with, but he's got 2.99 billion monthly users. For $30 a month, that will generate $89.7 billion a month, which translates to $1.07 trillion a year. His current revenues are $116.6 billion. That's an increase of 923% in annual revenue. So do you think just maybe Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, and Meta are considering becoming your concierge, your business partner, your manager for $30 a month? And do you think you might be willing to pay it? Or will you be like your grandfather and say, there is no way in hell I will ever pay for TV? Oh, yes, you will, because it's a bargain. It is what they are going to offer you is a personal assistant, a business manager, an accountant, a lawyer, you name it. And it's going to cost you $30 a month. They've already come out. Microsoft has already put a price of $30 a month on Copilot. Just this week, Google put a price of $30 on their concierge. But you won't pay $30 a month. You'll continue to pay $1,000 to your accountant. If you own a small business, you're going to continue to pay $500 a month for SEO work? Are you going to continue to pay for that business coach that you have? Or would you rather have it all wrapped up in one package from Microsoft for $30 a month? That's what's going to happen. And if you don't own these 5 stocks, you're insane. You haven't connected the dots. But wait, why would you connect the dots? Jim Cramer hasn't told you about this. Joe Kernan hasn't told you. Becky Quick hasn't even mentioned it. Have you seen anything in the Wall Street Journal or the Financial Times? Maybe your buddy down at the bar told you about it. I don't think so. You've only heard it from one person. So, if you want an insight into the future, come join the tribe. How do you join the tribe? You get on the bus. We got multiple buses. We know what's happening, that the internet, to accommodate all this, has to be upgraded. It's happening. And that's why NVIDIA is going crazy. The software has to meet the demands of the hardware. That's why Salesforce is up 6% today. That's why Snowflake is growing. These are the stocks that I've been telling you about over the last 60 days. These are the stocks that are in the Bus 12, the Bus 13, and will be in the Bus 104 portfolios that you will find on our website, Best of Us Investors. All you got to do is buy a ticket to get on the bus. Is it $30? No. You got a $20 ticket, and then we're going to even ask for more if you want to get into technical analysis of when to buy, when to sell, when to get in, when to get out. That's $60 a month. But then we're not going to just charge you. We're going to show you how to make money. And if you can't become a millionaire with advice like this, with knowing that Meta can increase their revenues by 923%, if they can give you a package that says, I can't live without that, what might that package look like? Well, when it first showed up in our house back in 53, it was a brown wooden box with a window about that big in it. It was called TV. I just showed you what the next era of TV will look like. The next level of service that will be provided to you, that will save you money in the long run, that will help you make better decisions, and it's all wrapped around something they call AI. Once you grasp that, you're on the way to a fortune. Once you then grasp machine learning, you ain't going to be stoppable. Okay, I'm Kerry Grinkmeyer. I'm a retired financial advisor. Next week, I believe it is, I'm going to turn 79 years old. You know why Jim Cramer hasn't told you about this? You know why none of your other YouTube buddies have told you about this? Because they didn't live through the advent of TV. They don't know that you're addicted to it. And you will soon be addicted to Google's, Microsoft, and Meta's $30 a month package. And you'll say, my God, how did I live without it? Talk to you again tomorrow.